Hey, how we doing today, my friends? I am out here in my plant station, and I went into my greenhouse and I grabbed a Buddha belly bamboo, just on the tail of that last video I did, where I'd mentioned that I do propagate these out. And I was looking in my yard, and there are some areas moving backwards that I do want to put some more bamboo, especially the Buddha belly, because it is the faster growing of the two. I want to put them on the edge of the yard working backwards. So I've got this plant here. I've got a few more out in the greenhouse that are just a little difficult to get to with as many plants as I've got in there. But this one was nice and convenient. And I think I could probably divide this out into multiple plants. So I just want to see how many plants I can make from one plant. This one is probably, I think I put this out there early last year from one division. And so it's grown quite a bit. It's got, probably, I don't know, almost 10 new shoots in there that I can play with and see how many I can get it down to. So it's a little different propagating these from pot versus in ground. The method's the same. It's just in the pot it's a lot easier because you can pull it out and then you can just cut. Whereas if they're in the ground, usually what I'll do is I'll start with a spade shovel, and I always look for the periphery new shoots coming out that are away from the main clump. So there's always some that are off to the side. Those are the ones that I try to target first and foremost. And it's kind of like the banana pops, where you just want to go in between that new shoot and the main clump and just break it away, and then you can pull it out. But sometimes if they're really in there, you really have to dig them. And I've even seen instances where a reciprocating saw is needed, just depending on how mature the clump is. I can usually get them with a spade shovel, as long as you've got the right one to target up front, which is the ones that are off to the wayside. And so I'm not sure about the larger diameter varieties. Those may be, a little bit more tricky to divide by clump, but these smaller ones, these only get to, roughly an inch diameter, so they're not the really large like the old hammy eye or varieties like that. So but I'm going to show you how to propagate the ones that are in pots initially, and then this spring I always go out there and grab a few more. So I'll bring you back in the spring and I'll show you how I go about propagating them in ground at that point. So hang tight, I'm going to put you in a different position and then we'll get started. All right, well, I got you in the best seat in the house, so I went ahead and mounted a new spot for the camera. Just trying to give you the best aerial view possible. So this should help out in some of the videos where I'm doing some of my plant propagation and plant station work. So I've got the bamboo here, and so what I want to do is go ahead and just take it out of the pot. Trying to get a good grip here. There we are. Okay. Tried to take most of the mulch off already. Looks like I left a little bit of residual. So this is what I'm working with. What I do is I take a pruning blade or a knife, and I start looking for, I want to divide it in half to start with. And so it looks like I've got 2 shoots on one side and the other 2, 4, 5. So it looks like there's 7 shoots here in total. And so I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting. I want to get all the way down into the root ball, as far down as I can get. So I basically want to take this whole mass and just cut it in 2. Okay, it's almost separated. Just get the bottom section here. I got some biochar flying out at me. And I'm just separating the base roots. See if I can weigh it down gently. Okay, I've got these separated, so I have now turned one plant into 2, and so let's go ahead and see what I can do to, let's see, this came apart, unfortunately. not seeing any roots on it. That's a shame. Well, it looks like I'm just going to keep this one single. Unfortunately, I must have cut just a little too close to where this one was connected on right here, it looks like, and so when my blade went through, I must have just cut them clean off, unfortunately. So sometimes that's the breaks, and sometimes you can only do what you can do. Let's see, on this guy, I may be able to cut this little piece off here. Let me see if I can do that. Just this edge portion. Losing the bottom of this root mass. There it goes. Okay, that was successful. Let me just separate it. So I've got one new plant here, as you can see, nice healthy roots. So I've got 3 now. Let me see if I can divide these a little bit further. I think I want to take this fat one here with the nice pronounced belly. Let me see if I can bring it up there and show you. This one here has got a really nice pronounced belly, and so I think I want to try to make one just out of that itself. And then the other 2, I might try to divide. We'll see how it goes. See how this surgery takes us. Oh yeah, this one's should be fine. Oh. Okay, let's see. All right, that was successful. I've got some roots on the base of this bamboo here, so that should be fine. I may want to do just a little trim work on it just to compensate for the lack of roots. These 2, I'm wondering if I should take a risk and divide these out. I think I'm going to. So I'm just going to get right in between them. Okay, I'm through. Now I just need to get into the root mass. Try to save as much of this root coming into the soil as possible. I've divided them. That was successful. Now let me just shake some of the soil out and see if I can pull these roots apart. Okay, all right. Well, this guy, wow, look at that. That worked out pretty good. I might just go ahead and trim some of that though. You see how some of this biochar is just hanging onto the roots? The roots have gone into some of this biochar that I've put into the soil mix. So that's just really neat to see that. How those roots just know where the nutrients are. I've got biochar in and amongst these roots here, which is a pretty neat thing. So there's another nice healthy root system on that one. And then on this guy, he's got a really nice healthy root system as well, full of biochar once again within the sections of root. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this root. And so there it is. There's another plant here. And so let me see if I can clean my mess up here, and then we'll see what we've got. This is all reusable soil, which I want to certainly keep. I'll probably just use it to pot up these new plants here. It's really nice, full of, look, it's just really dark stuff. You can tell that it's really healthy soil. It's got biochar in it. Even got some mycelium. So let me see if I can get these pieces of carbon out of here so they don't take some of the nutrients from the soil. Okay, good deal. So I saved some soil. Got a little bit more here. Let's see. All right. So from one plant that I pulled out last year, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 1/2 here, which you're not able to see. I guess it's a little off camera, but this whole half that I just wasn't able to do a whole lot with, I'll probably put it back into the larger 3.5 gallon pot, whatever that is, and redo that. But I'll put these guys into little probably quart pots and then pot them up, and then just have them continue to grow over the winter time. And then I'll be able to, I'll probably keep this one as a mother, the larger one as a mother to repropagate again. And then these 4 I'll go ahead and toss out into the yard in the spring and allow them to take hold and grow. So that is how easy it is to propagate bamboo. And I'm looking for my little clicker that I seem to have misplaced somewhere. But I surely appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope this helps you out with propagation. If you can get a bamboo in a pot and just keep that bamboo as a subject that you can propagate from time and time again, you'll be happy you did, because you'll have an endless supply of bamboo. So I just turned 1 bamboo into 5 bamboo. So have a great day today. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye. You know I couldn't let you go without showing you the final product. So here's number 1, potted up. I used some of the goat manure and alfalfa mulch mix. I'm gonna try a little experiment with these. I put some different mulches on them. I've got the moringa mulch on this guy. And then I put some of the Mexican sunflower mulch for the 3rd one. I ended up just keeping that little one that didn't appear to have any roots. There's a small chance that it could root out of the culm that it's in, so the root division, I guess you could say. So I went ahead and just potted him up in a little pint pot, and I'll just see if he does anything. I also gave that one Mexican sunflower. If it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. I still made 5 plants, but if by chance it does make it, then I will have gotten 6. And then here's another one, and as you can see, look at the pronouncement of that Buddha belly. Isn't that cool looking? It's a really neat variety of bamboo. And then here's the original. So I went ahead and put it back in its original pot, and I just filled it up halfway from what I had taken away from it, and then I'll just allow it to go until next season, until it's got another 5 or 6 new shoots, and then I'll do the same thing over and over again. Like I said, I've got like 2 more of these. I've got an Alphonse car, and I think another Buddha belly in there. I've got a couple really large ones over by my swimming pool. Those are in like 15 or 20 gallon pots that I could certainly, I know the one that's in the 20 gallon pot has probably got 20 some odd shoots, so I don't even know if I dare to even mess with that. I've got enough here, but maybe I'll just let those grow over by the pool and do their thing. But here they are. Very easy to propagate. Didn't take long at all, and I can use these as, going back to my previous video, for privacy and windbreak. As you can see, my neighbor there, they're a little ways off, but I really haven't, I'm working my way backwards, and so I really haven't, I've gotten just past that mobile home with the oleander, and I've got some Elaeagnus over there, which are growing nicely as well. So as you can see, I've stopped about there, but I've still got all this area here that I want to put in some privacy and windbreak. So that's what these guys will begin to do, and I'll probably go ahead and divide out the other clumps that I've got sometime here sooner rather than later if I can reach them. I don't know if you want me to show you where they're at, but they're very difficult. As you can see, I don't even know where I'm gonna put those plants in here. I just don't have any room, but you can see way back in that corner, I can't even reach it. I'm gonna have to pull plants out of here, but I've got two. They're either in 3.5 or 5 gallon pots, but you can see them just out in that corner going up against the plastic. And so I'm gonna have to reach them. There's two in there that I'm gonna have to try to get to. So I don't know, I don't feel like doing it right now, but maybe in the next while. So I hope you have a great day once again. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. God bless you.